Adria has betrayed us. And now Leah is lost. From her body, Diablo has been reborn as the prime evil. The power of hell answers his call, and the heavens buckle under the weight of corruption. I will purge this evil forever.
This devastation defies all reason.
I thought I could make my wife's death mean something. It doesn't matter now, does it?
You find meaning in how your loved ones lived, not how they died.
Oh, and you're an expert on loved ones now. Traveling alone your whole life. Seeking redemption for some corrupt faith. Don't lecture me, Crusader.
I've devoted my life to that redemption, Hadrig. Tread carefully. You knew this was coming, didn't you?
Of course, Chelsea.
What's the point of seeing the future if you don't stop bad things from happening, Miriam?
That's the point of the future, love. It keeps coming. You don't win a duel by blocking the first blow and going home.
So you just let Leah die?
I had to. Diablo was always going to come back. But now, you are here to stop him. And in your grief and rage, you will, my Chelsea.
When you have lived as long as I, you learn that life is filled with betrayal. But the cruelest always comes at the hands of those we love. I know it must be hard to think of other things, but now we must. All creation rests upon your shoulders.
You sound more serious than I've ever heard you.
Well, these are dark times. Even I must set apart thoughts of Dirge's jewel and dwell upon the fate of the world. But that doesn't mean you have to frown so. Hope. Do not look down, my friend. Even in the darkest of times, there is always hope. Hope for a better day. Hope for a new dawn. Or just hope for a good breakfast. You start small, then see what you can get. I never quite expected my life to end this way.
How did you think you would die?
I was smothered by a harem. Or more likely, killed by the jewel I seek. Who would have thought that the entire world would die together? I can't complain. It's not as though I can say my life was not long enough.
While there is life, there is still hope, my friend.
I'm glad my boundless confidence is rubbing off on you. Could you give some of it back?
Well, we've had a good time, right? Shame about our imminent deaths.
You sound ready.
You don't choose this life and expect to live to an old age. Still, it's the women I feel sorry for.
Which women?
All of them. There will be heaving bosoms and torn clothes all across the land when word spreads that I've fallen in battle.
Do you miss your family during these times?
No point in it. I'll never see them again.
Why is that?
My brother's wife thinks I was involved with his imprisonment, and he believes her.
What?
As low as I am, I would never frame him, not even to win her back. But they won't hear a word of it. For all the gold I send to them, I receive nothing in response.
We were gravely mistaken, my friend. I could not see through an illusion of such power, such treachery.
Nor could Leah. It was not your fault.
When I think of what she suffered through, we must find a way to stop Diablo. The Prophet would never forgive me if he knew my part in unleashing this terror upon the world. I could not see the truth. You must think me very foolish.
No more than the rest of us.
That is kind of you. I have devoted my life to studying the arcane, and yet I was not skilled enough to act when it truly mattered. We will stand together against the shadows.
Wait. Before we face that abomination, there is something you should know. When we first met, I thought you a fool, bound to pursue a quest you cannot finish. But you have taught me that the quest itself is more important than its outcome. You have taught me a way of life.
I am glad, friend. The knowledge will serve you well, if we survive the next few hours.
Ha! Then let us be about it. Of all people, I should have seen this coming. I allowed myself to believe this fiction that Adria was other than I suspected her to be. And now, the world is lost, and it is my fault.
We all wanted to believe that Adria would be what Leah needed. Put your guilt aside, Templar. We've demons to fight.
Ever since Adria betrayed us, I've been thinking about how Magda used to share the leadership of the Coven with another.
Explain.
20 years ago, just before the darkening of Tristram, they had some sort of falling out, and the other leader disappeared. I think that other leader might have been Adria.
So Magda took the Coven, while Adria found Diablo in Tristram.
May the battles never end.
Lot of bloody good this keep did us in the end, eh?
Imperius, you cannot mean to face Diablo again. Your wounds are barely healed.
The heavens burn. This is your fault, Tyrael. And you, Nephilim, look below and see what your kind has wrought.
I know how he feels, but we have to keep going.
The Diamond Gates have stood since the light first broke over the high heavens. Now they lie in ruins. Imperius is right. I am the cause of this.
You didn't destroy those gates.
Yet I defended humanity when Imperius would have destroyed it. And now the prime evil storms heaven itself.
This is not the time for doubt and weakness, Tyrael. Imperius is a fool, and if you side with him against me, you are too.
But you don't understand. Hope has been silenced. We are lost. Diablo is too powerful. Always before, the lords of hell bickered and worked against each other. They undid themselves. Within Diablo, within the Prime, there is no such division. And now, the halls of the high heavens quake beneath his steps. The Prime evil. I can't believe all this has come to pass. Adria played us all for fools. Diablo's influence twisted her inside and out. I suspect we have not seen the last of her. I should have known that Leah's father was the Wanderer. How could I not have sensed Diablo's foul presence within her?
Adria made fools of us all. No one could have known she'd sacrifice her child to resurrect Diablo.
But poor Leah. I grieve for her soul.
As do I. Leah deserved better than this. But right now, we must stop Diablo.
gaze upon the destruction I have wrought, it will be the last thing you see. Iskatu, destroy the Nephilim. I do not fear you, Nephilim. You'll find only death in this eternal realm.
I am Imperius, Archangel of Faith. It is my duty to record what is and what will be within the scroll of faith. But you, Nephilim, you are not in the scroll. Your fate is unwritten.
I care little for destiny. Will you help me? Or should we stand here and watch the heavens fall apart?
Perhaps fate can be changed. Quickly then, Ariel, Archangel of Hope, has been captured by Raganoth, the Lord of Despair.
She will be free. Perhaps that will bring hope back to these heavens.
Keep your guard. Hold it every turn. Are the worst we've faced yet.
Probably true of the next bunch as well.
Think yourself free from the chains of fate, Nephilim, but all will kneel before Lord Diablo. destroyed long before you set one foot into the Silver Spire.
Only once in the history of Sanctuary has a Nephilim been as powerful as you. His name was Odyssean.
Odyssean? But he is just a myth. A lesson in selflessness.
He was no myth. Because of his noble sacrifice, I saw the inherent potential in your kind. As such, I voted with Arria to spare mankind from annihilation.
I'm grateful. I'll be sure to vote that we spare the angels when that time comes.
You jest, but that day is not impossible.
You can see the future?
I see the myriad streams of possibility, all intertwining and weaving into one another. I can hear them echoing forward into eternity.
How do you choose a path, then?
I am not called to be a champion, as you are. My role is simply to observe.
The battle approaches. What says the Scroll of Fate?
Doom and darkness. These heavens ruined. The angelic host broken. Diablo victorious.
So the scroll is wrong.
As I have said, Nephilim, your destiny is unwritten. You alone may change these dark times.
Thank you, Nephilim. I hoped the Scroll of Fate was wrong, that harmony would once again fill this troubled realm. I see now that all hope lies in you.
I will be worthy of it.
With my blessing, you can now dispel Diablo's corruption. It hides the rifts which bring his cursed servants to this hallowed place. The rifts must be closed.
It would be an honor, my lady.
Diablo brought despair to the halls of heaven, but hope is restored. I thought this would bring Tyrael back to us, but there is no sign of him. I must press on and destroy Diablo's infernal portals alone.
I knew you would come. That a champion from the mortal world would light our darkest hour. Your courage and nobility shine out across this realm, blinding our enemies.
I thank you, Lady Ariel. Your song will not be silenced again.
I know you will do all you can, for this is your hour. Go forth with my blessing and show all creation why the Nephilim are the future.
Can you help Tyrael? His faith is shaken.
There is a shadow upon his heart, but it will pass. Remember, he chose to be a mortal, and he must overcome this despair as a mortal.
I understand, but we have little time.
Have faith in him. Of all the archangels, his light has always shone the brightest. In this our darkest hour, he will ensure that justice prevails.
What are you going to do now?
Though the angelic host is scattered, we are not defeated. I will try to rally them as best I can.
Do you believe Diablo can be defeated?
Only in the light that lies within you, Nephilim. I will take heart from it and hope for your victory. The future is ever writing itself. Unknowable, just beyond sight and touch.
I'm sorry for what I said before. I was upset. I don't know what it is, but I feel better. Like things can be made right.
Your faith has returned, I see.
Yes, that's it exactly. My wife would not have wanted me to wallow in my misery. She would have wanted me to do everything I could to help you win this battle. And you can win. I know that now.
And I will not do so alone, friend.
So, now you know. The Nephilim are not in the Scroll of Fate. Heard it from Fate himself. You can write your own destiny.
If I can write my own destiny, how can you see my future?
Perhaps I have my own Nephilim powers, eh? That, and you are quite predictable.
Do you think that Leah is lost forever?
Diablo consumed her. She is gone.
Do you not think Leah's soul is stronger than that? But then sometimes I forget that you have not seen everything that I have seen.
You always dodge around the truth. Who are you?
What am I? I am covered as Shen, of course. No more, no less. To some that has meant one thing, to others another.
When will you give me a real answer?
When the sun sets in the east and the shore swallows the tide. When the moon smiles upon the day and the blind man sees once again.
She's back! Can you believe it? She's back.
I found a strange document on one of the angels' bodies in the high heavens. It is very old, maybe centuries even older than I.
Perhaps we should show it to Tyrael. What does it contain?
I am not certain. The script is very old and foreign to me. When I saw the angel, he was dying. But even though he was in great pain, he reached out to me with the document in his hand, like he wanted me to take it. By the time I approached him, he was still. His spirit had already gone. It is always wonderful to see you.
Corruption was strongest to the northeast, as
The Imperius Council is comprised of the 5 Archangels who hold dominion over the high heavens. They determine the laws by which all angels must abide. Each of them embodies a pure aspect of creation: valor, justice, hope, faith, and wisdom.
Gardens. Now they seethe with the corruption of hell.
by the light, I never wanted to see this demon squalor again.
Diablo's vile minions can no longer use this rift to find their way into the Silver City. Now only one rift remains.
That is not the only Hell Rift. The flow of my legions will not stop.
Always wanted to fight someone.
I draw closer to victory, Nephilim. You are too late, just as you always have been.
By the light, I never wanted to see this demon squalor again.
My fiends will tear you apart.
The Hell Rifts are closed. You have far exceeded my expectations, Nephilim. But there is not a moment to waste. Quickly, you must make your way to the Silver Spire.
The Hell Rifts are closed, but it is of no matter. Soon there will be nothing left of these high heavens. All creation will be the realm of terror.
shortage of foes up here. Diablo works quickly.
Then we must be even quicker.
Yes, my friend. I am ready to again fight by your side. I was wrong to give in to despair. You have shown me there is still a chance for victory.
But we must hurry. Even now, Diablo makes his way to the Silver Spire.
I finally understand. Your kind faces death and darkness every day, yet still you find the courage to move forward. It is an honor to be one of you.
We're near the spire now. Wait, who's that ahead?
Your kind does not belong here. If I see you again, you will die.
Pay him no mind. This is your fight, Nephilim. Your power is even greater than Tyrael foresaw.
One can only hope. But now, we must stop Diablo before he reaches the crystal arch above us.
Soon I will kill Diablo or he will kill me. We come to the end, and so I have a question.
I love questions.
In your many travels, have you ever seen anything that could cleanse the corruption from the Zakarum faith?
Yes, Crusader. I have seen something like that. At any rate, when you defeat Diablo, don't laze about. We have other lands to explore, you and I. Dirge's jewel is still out there somewhere.
Where?
Closer than you think. Go! Kill Diablo! Oh, all is falling to ruin and corruption. Nothing in all my days and all my years has ever compared to this.
It is terrible.
But nowhere near as terrible as might happen if you do not defeat Diablo. All the jewels in heaven or in our world would mean nothing then. Oh, I weep to think of such a day.
I spoke with Ethereal, and he helped me translate the document. It was written by an angel who saw promise in humanity. He began to teach a group of young women who had killed the demons their masters summoned.
You and your sisters?
None other. The prophet I have followed for so many years. He was an angel.
That is why Tyrael seemed familiar to you.
Yes, but I do not know whether the prophet was the dying angel I met or not. The writings say that he worked in absolute secrecy. Ethereal knew nothing of them.
Then you must find a new path through the world without him.
You are right. And I hope that path will still be with you, my friend.
Aha! I knew you'd need my help.
Diablo means to corrupt the crystal arch atop the silver spire. If he succeeds, the high heavens will be lost forever. Tyrael and I go to face the Lord of Terror himself.
The darkness grows around us.
How does it feel?
I remember angels striding through these halls in all their majesty. We thought ourselves the masters of all creation. But arrogance bowed down. Diablo is climbing the spire to the Crystal Arch. We must hurry.
How could you convince my own husband to kill me? I could have been saved, but you made him cut me down.
No, that isn't her.
Long ago, when he was still among the angels. But he grew weary of battling the demons after a time, and he began to secretly conspire with demons in order to forge a peace. The demoness Lilith became his greatest ally in the Hells, and many other demons and angels joined his cause.
I'll be telling stories about that for a while.
fountains of heaven flowed with the energy of the crystal arch. But now... something different here.
It seems we've both fallen from grace, Tyrael. Come, embrace your former lieutenant. From your bones! You failed again, Tyrael. The corruption cannot be stopped! Look beneath you and see the ruin of heaven.
It is not far now. I only hope we are not too late. I can feel Diablo's corruption closing around the light of heaven.
You think yourself a hero, but your actions are driven by petty greed, contempt, and bloodlust. You couldn't even save me.
A foul trick!
Look at the destruction Diablo has wrought. We do not stop him. This is the future of all creation.
require more wrath. Is low. Bad luck for you, friend.
Gained authority, Imperius stole the sacred world stone and used it to create and conceal a world he called Sanctuary. Demons and angels alike fled there, and some of them, including Imperius and Lilith, fell in love. Many of these unions resulted in children. They were called the Nephilim.
Placed with sorrow. Upwards. We must make it to the summit.
Nephilim, I see you did not heed my warning. Or perhaps you think yourself strong enough to face me.
Perhaps I do.
Imperius, stop this madness. Diablo is the enemy here, not the Nephilim.
Tyrael, I will deal with you soon enough. I will... What is this? No! Diablo has reached the arch!
No. Diablo has begun extinguishing the Crystal Arch. That's why the angels have fallen. If its light should go out forever, we must defeat Diablo before that happens.
It is up to us now. I am glad you are immortal, my friend.
Diablo's vile corruption bars our path. Stand back. Eldruin's light shall clear the way. The gate has been opened, Nephilim. This last trial is yours alone.
You were a fine commander, Tyrael. I am proud to call you friend.
It was an honor, but this is the moment you were made for. This is the hour of mankind's victory.
You've said that the Crystal Arch is the heart of heaven. Tell me about it.
It is older than time itself, and over the eons, this shining realm took shape around it. It thrums with living light and sound that courses through the very fabric of the Silver City.
The angels are birthed from it as well?
Yes, like musical notes in a grand chorus.
Angels are the manifestation of the Arch's intrinsic harmony. The purest expressions of this harmony were my brethren, the Archangels.
I see little harmony in this place.
Yes, but hope has returned. And as you mortals are fond of saying, it is not over yet. I fear that if we defeat Diablo, Leah's innocent spirit will die with him.
I refuse to believe that. No matter how long it takes, I won't rest until her soul is at peace. When the angels voted to decide humanity's fate, who voted against us?
Imperius. Malthael abstained, but it was counted against you.
Malthael? I've not heard of this angel.
He was wisdom itself, until his disappearance. The Angiras Council has been broken ever since.
What happened to Malthael?
Long ago, when Anarius and his ilk stole the World Stone to create Sanctuary, Malthael became consumed with discovering its whereabouts. As the Archangel of Wisdom, he was tortured by his inability to recover the sacred artifact.
Where is he now?
Some say he haunts the silent halls of Pandemonium, forever seeking answers to the unknowable mysteries of life and death.
What is the prime evil?
It is the sum total of all 7 evils housed within one body. There is an ancient legend, known only to a few, of the great dragon Tathamet, who was the original embodiment of evil. The legend says that he was ripped apart during an epic battle with Anu, and that the burning hells are composed of his remains.
Who is Anu?
Just as Tathamet was the ultimate evil, Anu was the ultimate good. It is said by some that the Crystal Arch is all that remains of this great warrior.
Are you saying Diablo wants to become this dragon?
In a manner of speaking, yes.
Your task will soon be done. The angels will then have no choice but to value mortals, thanks to you.
You may be right.
Of course I'm right. Look who you're talking to. Have I ever steered you wrong?
No, but sometimes you hide parts of the truth.
All for your own good, Chelsea. All for your own good.
I know what I fear. For long years, I feared the Jewel of Dirges would fall into the wrong hands. That its evil would be unleashed upon our world. But in the sight of all this destruction, I can hardly look or even think upon a jewel, even one as terrible as Dirges. You must save us.
I have a gift for you, Lyndon.
Is that so?
Take this gold. When the demons are vanquished, we will go to Kingsport, settle your debt, and free your brother.
I can't accept this.
You must.
I don't know how to thank you.
Well, you could promise not to steal from me.
I welcome the chance to travel with you.
Let us see how you fare in my realm of terror. Only by defeating us can you return to your own realm. But none have ever crawled from the depths of their own terror. Your Nephilim power will not help you in this realm, mortal. How tastes your fear, Nephilim? Wretched light must be eradicated! All that you have known, all that you have ever loved, shall die along with you, Nephilim!
Well, it was all worth it. Everything. The cuts, the bruises, having to break bread with that Templar. I jest. You were like family to me now. I owe you the world, my friend. But now I better shut up before I make myself sick. That was astounding! What you did back there! You're the greatest hero in history. Everyone in Kingsport will know your name if I have my way. They'll sing it for the rest of time. Hell, I will sing right now if you want me to. I can't believe you really did it.
Are those tears in your eyes, Lyndon?
No, it's raining.
It doesn't rain in the heavens.
Well, it does now.
You truly are the one the prophet promised. You are everything that all the angels and all of humanity could have hoped for. And, well, you're awfully nice too. I cannot believe it all came to pass, just as the prophet wished. I left everything I knew behind to fight with you. It was the best choice I have ever made. Let us fight this evil together.
Victory at last! There was never a doubt in my mind, friend. You are a true champion. And so the Lord of Terror falls. May all the souls ravaged by his evil rest in peace. It's finally over. Many brave souls died in this war. Thanks to us, they did not perish in vain. What shall we fight today?
I am returning to town.
Oh, victory at long last. I never dreamed our humble quest might lead to this. It's a story I will tell for many, many years. And of course, I won't leave out the part played by one simple jeweler.
The day is won. Diablo is vanquished, and all evil with him.
A bold claim. Evil is resilient.
Time will tell. In the end, it was a mortal heart that saved 2 worlds from ruin and cast down the prime evil forever. A new day breaks for both angels and men. For mankind's greatest champion, the Nephilim, rose to confront the darkness that we, in our pride, would not face. My brethren, I will take my place among you once again, but this time as a mortal. Since justice has been met this day, I will now stand as wisdom. On behalf of those who risked all to save us. Forevermore, we shall stand together, angels and men, in the light of this glorious new dawn.